What is going on, geeks and gamers? We're here. We are live. And once again, Jay is retired singing for good. Anybody that's asking for it, it's never going to happen again. I see Jessica in the chat asking, I miss Jay singing. Never happening again. It's retired. After the Super Bowl halftime show, Jay said he can never perform again, actually.
Yeah, it's like you can always go back and watch old videos.
That's true. They're all live.
I'm a little bummed. I went over to my brother's house to watch the Super Bowl, had an amazing time. And that is where my comic book, where Ryan had all the signatures of all the special guests from MegaCon, they signed it. I had it in my hand. I super chatted Ryan on his live stream, like, thank you, man. This is awesome. And when I left, I freaking left it on the kitchen counter. I can't believe it. I was going to show it off today. I was going to be like, can you tell me who this signature is? Can you tell me this one? Like, a lot of it's kind of scribbles here and there. I wasn't sure. That way I can, just like having it, see who actually signed it. Kind of cool. But yeah, I left it.
So, I sign it?
I do not think you did.
I had to have. I think I did.
I was asking. I was like, did Ryan sign it? I was like, did Ryan sign this? I don't see his signature. Gary's signature, he literally writes GB, right? So I'm like, all right, I got that one. Everybody else is like, I was like, did Ripa sign this? I can't find it. This looks like a straight line. So maybe that's somebody's. Either that's Drinkers, yours, Jeremy's. Could be anybody. It's literally like a straight line.
That's not me.
Well, it could be you after you had a couple. That's all I'm saying. Might be. Or it could have just been an accident. Like, let me test out this pen.
That's true. It could have been just been an accident that happened on there. However, yeah. I still think that even after I've had a couple, my signature probably doesn't look like just a straight line. Maybe a crooked line, maybe a squiggly line, but not a straight line. I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, when I was signing books for Achromatic Chronicles, every now and then, like, my brain would have a skip. And the signature would just like, and I'm like, oh, dude, I got to sign another one. This is terrible.
What would you do with those rejects? Do you still have them?
I have them somewhere. Yeah.
Maybe I have them in Drunk 3PO's basement.
Maybe those are the ones I sent my mom. She wouldn't know. Or maybe she would. Who knows? So I think I have them somewhere in a box. There was quite a few, actually. People I had to sign over 1,000 things, man. That was like after a while.
So what'd you think of the Super Bowl, Jay?
I thought I was more entertained with the social media, and of course I just had to add a little, flair. I just was I thought watching people's meltdowns on Twitter were funny to me. People upset. The Super Bowl is rigged, Kansas City Chiefs, what was he, tight end, the guy who's dating
Travis Kelce,
Taylor Swift, shoving and knocking down the coach. How dare he? That never happens in any sports ever.
Yeah, we've never seen any coaches or players get heated at each other or go at each other. We've never seen teammates on the sidelines go at each other. Yeah, it's crazy when you have a whole group of people that have literally never watched sports before.
I was like, I'm gonna tweet this out and just stir the pot and see what people say. So it was funny. And I felt bad because my good friend, my good friend X-Wing is a 49ers fan, so I wanted him to win, but I'm a Dolphins fan, so I didn't really have a say. Just like hanging out.
Usually for me, I'll be honest, since my team's almost never in the Super Bowl because I'm a Bears fan, I get more enjoyment out of like watching other people get really sad and upset that their team lost, right? Like that brings me a lot of happiness to see that shit. There's a lot of people today that were rooting for the 49ers, whether they're actual fans. Obviously, there's some people out there like X-Wing probably had brain damage when they were a kid. That's why they're an actual 49ers fan. Right. They're very upset, obviously. Mexican Iron Man was not very happy on Twitter last night.
Oh, man.
He was very upset on Twitter.
Well, the crazy thing is like, people were rooting against Taylor Swift. That's what they were rooting against. It had nothing to do with football. I actually
it's not just just to be clear, it's not just Taylor Swift. This is a team that has now won 3 out of the last 5 Super Bowls. They're in their villain arc in terms of people are tired of rooting for them.
Like
they're tired
Patriots.
of seeing them there. They want to exactly. They want to root against the Chiefs now. That's what it's been from the beginning of the season. The Taylor Swift thing just took it up a notch, honestly.
I think like people that don't watch football were just rooting for Taylor Swift. I will say this. For second quarter, we decided to watch the Nickelodeon broadcast with SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was funny for like the first like 10 minutes, and then you're just kind of like, all right, let's go back to the other one. So, but I get what they were trying to do. I thought that was pretty entertaining. Some of the things that they were doing. So I enjoyed that, but overall, it was just I enjoyed hanging out with people. That was my favorite. I loved, I don't care what anybody says, I love the halftime show. Just brought back memories. It was simple. It wasn't like messaging. It wasn't anything. It was just a couple songs. I love Alicia Keys. I don't care. I sing
dude, Usher's a great performer. He's an incredible dancer. He put on a great show. People were actually singing. You know what I mean? It wasn't fucking lip sync shit. Like people were actually singing shit. It was great. I loved it.
I didn't have any problem with it.
From the 90s to the 2000s to the 2010s, like it was, to me, it was a great show. I loved the halftime show, and of course,
we all knew he was going to end on and if Ludacris didn't walk down that aisle, man, then I would have given it like a 2 out of 10. But the fact that he showed up,
my outfit's ridiculous. Like as soon as that happened, I was going crazy because I was predicting it the whole time.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Pretty good. No, like roller skates on a clock. I mean, that's about it.
No sitting there like fucking Black Power Fist or whatever that like they were doing with Beyonce. It was just a good show, entertaining show.
Yeah, so that I appreciate. Other than that, there was a couple. You know what they did? You know what was weird on how like I guess this is how Disney saves money. Maybe. Like for the Deadpool teaser trailer, instead of buying the entire trailer time, they bought like 15 seconds. Goes, watch it online. Here's a little snippet. Watch it online. So it's like I'm like, oh man, that's how they save it. I mean, I guess it's genius because everyone could just go on their phone.
15 seconds instead of 2 minutes worth of time.
Instead of paying all that other stuff. So I was like, all right, that's how they got to save money. So watch it online. Here's a little treat. And they did that for almost every trailer.
The Knuckles one they did that for too. Yeah, all of them.
So people are learning, and I don't want to pay these ridiculous amounts of money.
Should we pull up the Deadpool trailer?
Sure, why not? I'm sure everyone's kind of seen it. I've seen it. There's like a little patch. Wolverine is in there for a half a second. That's what a lot of people were talking about. Kind of interesting.
But right. We find the actual Marvel one.
He definitely goes into the time variance authority. It's like, are we watching Loki season 3?
That's the thing, and that's the one thing I wonder that people that have not watched Loki. I wonder how they feel about this shit. But let's pop it up. Super Bowl premiere. There was a lot of rumors about it. It's like the first commercial break, I think.
Yeah.
Either right after the game started or right before kickoff. They gave us this little. They gave a little teaser as like the new Deadpool trailer. Go watch the entire thing online. Like, that was it? Okay. Well, then you go online and here it is.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. Okay.
It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you.
Can you pause it right there? Wasn't that the guy that got put in the wood chipper?
I don't know
Deadpool 2?
I don't remember if it was this guy or not. I think he died. A lot of people in that group died.
Okay.
He also went back and like saved people. So
correct. You're right. That's right. He had the little time machine. All right. Keep going.
Also,
sorry to interrupt.
Do you feel like this means they've broken up? Watch this whole thing and tell me if you think they've broken up.
All right. Okay.
It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Make a wish, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think they've broken up. That's what it feels like to me.
Wilson? Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Kind of funny.
That's good. That's funny. I will say, like, I don't think the trailer is really that funny. There's like 2 jokes that are good. But yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
What'd you think of it, Jay?
I don't like the multiverse. I don't like the TVA. I don't. The trailer looks like they're gonna call him in because they need, if he's calling himself like the savior, they need him to go to like other portals and like change stuff. So then they probably like, hey man, you can't do this by yourself. You need a partner. So then that's how they snag Wolverine to like go with them to go change things. That's pretty much what I see. I just like,
Listen, I think the movie is gonna do. I think the movie's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be incredibly successful. But I think there's gonna be a lot of people that have no idea anything that happened in Loki.
Yeah,
that are not as caught up on the TVA as they think, as they might think some people will be. I think that it's not going to do anything for the future of Marvel, but I think as a standalone thing, it's probably going to be decent. The trailer is just meh.
Yeah.
Now it is just a teaser, but there's a little cameo here or there. But I think this thing's going to be chock full of a million fucking cameos. You saw them fighting in front of the broken 20th Century Fox logo, which we already saw from the leaks. The trailer wasn't even really that funny or anything either. So.
No,
but good jokes, but
it would make sense if like he just walks through the different portals and meets. Maybe they put a Tom Cruise Iron Man in this one finally, or something silly like that. Like just walking through the different portals and that's the movie. Maybe they got to go to another time and like fix the TVA from another dimension. Who knows?
Yeah, how many times the TVA has to be fixed, I guess.
Yeah, it's who knows. So it's like it's I think the only factor is that it's Wolverine is going to be in it, like Wolverine and Deadpool together.
What do you think about the title, Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I mean, Hugh Jackman tweeted out like he changed the title. I think that was kind of
Wolverine an asshole or something.
So you'll probably see a lot of that like banter online, which will probably bring a lot of attention to it, which is kind of fun, for people because they've had banter like Wolverine and Deadpool's had like that weird banter forever. But like you said earlier, the Wolverine movies the Deadpool movies never crossed $1 billion. And like a lot of people know now, it's like if I just wait a few months, it'll be on streaming. So it'll be interesting to see. But the other thing too is they really don't have any competition. there's really not that much coming out next year. So maybe this will be maybe that'll work in their favor for people coming out to the theater to see this.
That's probably true. Let's catch up with some of these super chats. You guys are already freaking blowing them up. Let me pull all of this shit up right now. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so soon, so I did a quick reaction over on live yesterday
Of Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? Like, just meh? Like, it was like nothing.
I literally just told you what I thought.
That was like what you said in your video.
Yeah,
yeah,
much.
That's all I was saying. Like, I didn't know if you had anything extra.
Not really.
I think the Patch thing is like, if you don't know, Patch is a Wolverine character. It's kind of like, man, help me out, Chad. I'm probably gonna screw this up. It's like kind of like a James Bond type.
Yeah, when he was sitting at that poker table in the white suit.
Right.
Yeah.
So like they might be, who knows? That could be a different variant of Wolverine. Like who knows what they might do with this?
I think there's going to be a lot of variants of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe he'll go back and save him from dying in Logan. That'd be kind of weird. Who knows? A Deadpool film. Who knows? But they did say it's like a proper send-off. Is this it? We're done with Deadpool after this? He did his trilogy. Maybe he'll make a cameo in Secret Wars. Maybe. Who knows? Hard to say.
Somebody said a Daniel Radcliffe Wolverine.
Oh, that would see stuff like that would be kind of funny to me. Like if they had, Tom Cruise's Iron Man and all that stuff. I did hear those rumors, right? Did you hear that? Harry Potter might play Wolverine like in a quick cameo, but he's denied them from like day one.
Who?
Daniel Radcliffe. Like I said, Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of other multiverse Wolverine cameos in this movie. That's what I think. I don't know if Daniel Radcliffe will be one, but
like, did you hear like Taylor Swift's supposed to play?
She's been supposed to play Dazzler.
Which, yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to show her just because of all the Super Bowl shit, but they did not. She was there with Blake Lively. She was at the Super Bowl with Blake Lively, who's Ryan's wife.
She would make, honestly, she fits the dazzled character.
Yeah. Dio Brando for $20. The Chiefs have too easy a run at the Super Bowl. Even when they have an average or good season, they will still win their division because everyone else in that division is useless. Other sports outside U.S. have better systems.
That was the Patriots for years. They were in a horrible division, and they constantly won easy.
Yeah, literally everyone watches the Super Bowl, so we are the best. Fuck you, Europeans. No, but I understand. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a rough season this year, still ended up winning. The Andronol for Norwegian 50. The G&G subreddit is reopened with a new set of mods. I will take a backseat because of backlash. Well, I am not a Reddit guy, but there you go. A fan-run Reddit, nothing to do with us.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been on Reddit.
Mike Hill, member for 35 months. Congrats to Taylor Swift for becoming the first woman to win the Super Bowl.
Congrats.
Steel Leg of History for 2. Jeremy, I can't thank you, Ryan, and the 199. I pass 282 subs. Nice, man. That's awesome. Jeremy's not here, but fuck him. Shout out to Steel Leg of History. Hoopa Chalupa, member for 6 months. Can we go back to never hearing about Swift now? Considering she's like one of the most famous entertainers in the world, probably not. But in terms of,
oh man, you got that tail happening. In
I
your
know
hair.
it. I put it back. I put it back.
Try to escape.
It did.
This is what I look like when I wake up. So you're welcome, internet.
This is what I look like when I wake up. Let's see. Steel Leg of History for 2. I ran out of space. Thank you. Be blessed. Young Stav, member for 5 months. All gifties. I'm poor. Months free. Also, Deadpool 3 looks blah. We just looked at Deadpool 3. Cash Kester, member for 5 months, says Chiefs. I'm sure you're excited.
Someone's happy.
Andrew CR for 2,500. Pitch idea for the Epic Verse. Toothy Head. Travis Kelce shouts on Andy Reid's face because he doesn't carry the egg ball. He won't get Toothy Head. Thanks.
I like it.
Andrew CR, another pitch for Epic Verse. Bros. Ryan goes on a rampage each time he hears bro. CIA sends him to Yemen where he explodes due to too much bro. Thank you. JB, member for 8 months. If they killed Bob Iger in the movie, I'd go see it. That's dark. Just that bro for 2. Good morning, gentlemen and lady. Thank you. Mr. Peckerwood, member for 9 months. Hey, Jay, did you get your short round figure signed at Comic-Con?
No.
There's a bad story about that.
Yeah. I was going to, and anyway, I don't want to relive. He had to leave early, and I missed my opportunity.
Over on Rumble, Lord of the Reef for 5. G&G Discord mod, We Are Chaos on a power trip, banning and warning people who didn't break rules. I was banned, wasn't even made aware how I broke any rules. Well, I will check it out, Lord of the Re. I also am not on Discord a ton, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me either.
I'm
not
I'll,
sure.
I'll inquire. B. Barrett for 2. The entire football season was rigged. Don't trust those dirty riggers. You know what the funny thing is? That we are suffering through like the worst storytelling era we've ever fucking had. Yet people assume that they can adequately write like an entertaining script for the football season. That's the funniest part. Sorry, I'm replying in chat here.
Oh, no problem. I have nothing to add to that.
What a surprise.
You know what? What there was one trailer that we that I think that I'm actually looking forward to seeing is
Planet of the Apes?
Shogun. Did they show the Shogun trailer?
I don't know.
For the Super Bowl?
I don't know if I saw
All
that.
right.
Pull it up then.
The Shogun trailer? All right.
If you want. I don't even know what that is.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I'll pull it up. It looks awesome. I think it looks cool, but looks can be deceiving. You never heard of Shogun?
I mean, I have, but I like. Is it an anime or whatever?
Oh, maybe. No. It's not an anime. Here we go. It's gonna be on FX, right? I think that's when it's gonna be on.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna say while you're pulling up, I actually wanted to talk about something really quick. Then we'll watch the Shogun trailer. I asked you this before, Jay. Did you know that Josh Brolin is a poet?
No, I did not. Not at all.
So Josh Brolin, apparently, while he was in the making of Dune and Dune Part 2, he decided he really wanted to get into poetry, maybe get more in touch with the character he's playing. And he decided that he was going to write some poetry about, some of his co-stars, including Timothy Chalamet. Now, I don't know about you, but if my 55, I don't know if he's in his mid-50s, Josh Brolin, if my 55-year-old coworker wrote a poem like this about me, I might be a little fucking creeped out. I don't think we should be seeing this. Fans are creeped out with Josh Brolin's poem for Timothy Chalamet.
What?
Yeah. Here, are you ready for it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a reading for you.
It is Hollywood. Just
Here it is. Your face is etched by adolescence. Your cheekbones jump toward what are youth-laden eyes that slide down a prominent nose and onto lips of a certain poetry. And the way you hold my gaze makes me fear my own age. Because something in me tells me you are going to offer me something, and for now, I'm not sure it's going to be something I want anymore. Does this sound to you like he wants to fuck Timothy Chalamet?
Say no to drugs, kids. Especially when you're I don't know, man. This is
Thanos should have killed us all.
So I gotta tell you, there are some people that come to these Comic-Cons and they hand they give Gina stuff like this. It's wild, man. It's pretty wild.
Listen, I can get somebody who's like, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with Gina. She's amazing.
Yeah.
We hand her this poem. This is Josh Brolin, who's
that's so weird too.
Yeah. About his, fucking young male co-star. You know what I mean? And some of that stuff, the way you hold my gaze.
The gaze
makes
is
me fear my own age.
Yeah, that's
You're gonna
weird.
offer me something.
Talking about your lips and your nose.
Your face is etched by adolescence. Just when you start off like that, it gets creepy.
Yeah.
And obviously, like a lot of people are kind of reacting a
Did he
similar
say
way.
anything about it, or he's just like, I just wanted to write a poem?
He's releasing a book full of his poems.
Oh,
I don't think we should be seeing
is he
this.
really?
Why are actors so weird? We're not ready for this. Lock him in the tortured poets department. I refuse to believe he wrote this and went, perfect. Nothing odd about this. It's pretty fucking strange.
I want to go on record and say I have never wrote poetry for anybody here at Geeks and Gamers. Not one time, nor did I ever feel the spark or need to write a poem. You know, and look at Ryan and be like, the yellow hue around your face just radiates angel's grace. Your squinty eye, to my surprise, makes me wonder what's behind those eyes.
So, thank you, Jay. I think poetry's gay.
Did that right from the
period.
top of my head, man. Like, just came to me just like that. I should write a book.
I think that poetry in general is pretty fucking gay. Like, even if you're writing poetry about a woman, there's something like pretty homosexual about it. When you're writing it about another man, what the fuck is why would you do that? Why would you put that out there? These Hollywood fucking creeps, dude.
I always felt like people who write poetry are like elves skipping through the forest with like a little harp. Hey, write poetry.
At least yours rhyme.
I don't think I know a single man that writes poetry. Put it that way. I don't think I read it. I know a single person, but you're right. It's just weird. I just think of it's like woodland creatures. That's who writes poems. So,
like fawns or something.
Yeah, like just weird, like not real people. Furries probably write tons of poems. You know, like
Shout
whatever. People that don't bathe because they like rolling around in like the forest. So, you know. That gonna be my new comeback, you know, like someone's trolling me on Twitter. I'm like, you probably write male poetry. That's perfect. So that's what I think.
Male poetry.
John Campia writes poetry. Someone said in the chat.
Tobias Nexus for 2. This explains how they were on time. Maybe because we're here. I don't know. Rooster Cogburn, member for 8 months. More poetry from Jay now. Damn it. Now.
Oh, God, no. It's a one and done. I'm sure it's going to get clipped.
I'm about to sneeze.
The face you make upon a sneeze makes the internet want to squeeze.
Squeeze what?
Stop. That's it. I'm going to go into a hole here I don't want to go into.
Lord Botha for 199. Melt down and cry harder. Or cry haters. Go Chiefs. Thundarius for 5. Mahomes is as inevitable as Disney making shitty movies. Let's go. Dynasty, baby. Taker for 2. I saw this Mahomes as Thanos meme. Pretty good. Hi, man. Like, I know everybody wants to just think it's rigged or whatever, but they've been really fucking good for the past 5 years. Steel Leg of History for 2. Thanks for your support to Jay. Be blessed. Or thanks for your support to Jay. Be blessed.
Oh, thank you.
Incoherent Turd for 5. Disney won't commit to having to kill him the MCU way that would actually help them. The way Disney needs, they will pull their punch at the end. Probably. Gary's Beer Dingleberries for 2. Save Mother Earth. It's the only planet with beer. Patrick Kelly for 5. I believe Deadpool 3 will do better than Captain America Brave New World, or possibly same par Marvel treats visual effects workers things. I think it'll do better than Brave New World. I agree.
Do you know what the budget is? We don't know what the budget is.
Can you say that again?
What's the budget? As I hack up half my phlegm.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it. Probably a lot, but probably not as much as some of the other shit we've seen.
It's a Monday. Yeah.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for 5. Pegging isn't new to Disney. Whining about taking away children's books on pegging is why they lost Reedy Creek. Gary's beard dingleberries for 2. Only us 199ers would get all the Deadpool jokes.
It might be true.
Mike Hill for 5. They also brought back Pyro from the original X-Men movies. Yeah, that's who that is near the end. Pyro from he looks so fucking old now, but yes. Cable Watson for 2. See Travis Kelce's roid rage last night. I saw a football game last night.
Knocked over the coach.
And I saw a lot of people that were asking for him to be arrested and telling Taylor Swift. Yeah. Again, this is what happens when people who have like no idea what they're talking about.
You know what the worst one was, Ryan? Where people saying, look at him, the way he speaks to his coach. I feel for Taylor Swift tonight.
Yeah, it was like people that are like,
could happen
Taylor
to
Swift,
her.
there's a lot of red flags. You need to break up with him.
Somebody stay with Taylor tonight. Something bad could happen.
You know what Andy Reid did after the game? He was fucking laughing, but I was like, my balance kind of sucks. But yeah, listen, that's part of the game. That's why we love each other. You know, we get excited. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to score, like blah, blah, blah. That's sports, man. Copeside Phil for 5, 2.2 people or 2.2K people playing Suicide Squad and 3.3 playing Arkham Knight right now. The gap is getting bigger. Well, I guess I can talk about that. Jay, why don't you pull up your Shogun thing real quick? We'll react to that while I'm pulling up something. Yeah,
let's go. I'm probably wrong, but this teaser trailer came out. I thought it was maybe they showed it before the Super Bowl aired, like in the pre-show, but it's 2 minutes long. So here we go.
Hear me, my son. I alone will tell you the truth. Death is the only punishment here.
I have not told you my family name, but it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me. I have learned one truth, that enemies are everywhere and friends nowhere. To show your true heart is to risk your life. Because death can come for us at any moment.
These are dire times. Hinomoto wa senran no you ni tachikaeru wake. Doom lovers, cursed kings. These people are godless savages. Or maybe they just don't give a shit what you think. Toki wa kita! Omori takabutta gyakuzoku kara Hinomoto o mamorareba naran!
もはや戦議は終わったと思ってよいのじゃな。
動けない!
その後、己の敵の正体が分かっておらぬのじゃ。
You cannot play their games. That's how they dominate. A title revered through the ages. Shogun.
Interesting.
It's on Hulu, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I didn't know anything about it till that trailer. But
I want to like it. I just hope, we'll see how it goes. I want to I like movies.
Where's all the representation? Where's all the black people in it?
Well, is it going to be one of those stories where the white guy shows up and learns the culture and wins the war?
Let's do it. Sounds good to me.
I could use a few more movies like that. Dances with Wolves, Avatar.
It's no wonder Gary hasn't put out as many videos lately. Extra Girl and Perry Chan were too busy on the set of Shogun.
Filming Shogun.
Yeah. So, yeah, it looks good. I'm down. Derek PG Baylor for 199. Kelsey would have got the TD if it were rigged. Yeah, 100%. Antraxa, I don't know how to say your name. For Belgian 5, hello from Europe. What is that Super Bro that you watched last night? Sequel of Bros? Cheers. Thank you. Laura Lynn Lance for 2. Hi, Ryan. Hugs. Smooches for J Bear. Good morning.
Morning.
MJ UK 84. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ryan is gay, and Jay is too.
Thank you.
Tobias for 10. I mean, Jay's sort of right. A lot of furs write music and such, so there's bound to be poetry furs. Not me, though. I used to draw and write, but haven't done either in nearly 10 years. Good for you, Tobias. You're not as much of a degenerate. Kendon Bronner, member for 6 months. Been a Chiefs fan since I was a kid. I was a Chiefs fan during the drought. I was a fan before Swift was popular. I'll be a fan long after. There you go. A lot of Chiefs fans showing up in the chat today.
Yeah.
Blabs a Tower Tard for 2. When will we see Jay's poems about Ryan? You already did.
Yeah.
Laura Lynn Lance for 2. That's gay.
Yeah.
Just that bro for 2. We got our gay song from Jay.
There you go. There you go.
John Papaserio for 5. And now a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. What the fuck is wrong with Josh Brolin?
That's awesome.
Jacob's Memories for 2. Uncle Ray Ray is hard right now. Jay's Secret Racism for 5. That Josh Brolin poem actually is from Achromatic Chronicles that Jay secretly dedicated to Ryan and Ripa.
How'd you know that?
He's a secret. Tobias Nexus for 5. Poetry used to be a true art form. Then humans came into the 20th century. Pirate Tomsky for 5. Right after Jay's poem. Welp, see you later.
Pretty much.
Pack of
we're not in the same room.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
He'd probably punch me dead in the face, and I don't blame him.
Paco Sith for 2. Awkward silence after poem. Gay! Exclaims Ryan. Lori Ormond for 5. Scott Peterson wrote a poem to his mistress. So, you know, is that the one he killed?
Oof.
Dave Nunn for 199. Ryan has never looked so uncomfortable since the U.S. Navy. Blabs the Tower Tard for 5. You write poetry about how you pre-ordered Starfield. I like pickles. Yay. Harry Brownhole for 2. No Gina in Deadpool equals not redeeming at all. Good point. All right. We got to get in this because we got a super chat about it.
Gary's in chat. Wait, hold on a sec. Can I say something before you go?
Yeah.
Gary's in chat, and I hear this is a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I hear like the Vegas meetup is already full. So maybe he can clarify in the chat because there are people asking. The Vegas meetup full already? That's pretty wild.
I don't know. I didn't even know they released the RSVP for it.
Yeah. Anyway. Everyone's saying yes. Oh. Interesting. That's freaking crazy if that's the case.
Yeah, that's nuts. I don't know. Gary can clarify.
Yeah.
He said Gina and TJ Miller missing from Deadpool.
I said it's just a rumor, so like don't take I just let somebody just a rumor. Yeah,
we're working. Here we go. There we go.
Wow.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Wow, that's amazing. What the freaking amazing support you guys every
There's too many fucking
amazing.
people.
It's freaking amazing, dude.
There's a lot of fucking people. So yeah, we'll see it the second one too. All right. Let's talk about this really quick before I was interrupted by Jay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's the meme. I think that's what we do here. We've talked a lot about the Suicide Squad kill the Justice League for the way that they treated Batman, the way that Harley Quinn had the last interaction with Kevin Conroy's Batman in the Arkham universe, and of course, the conversation surrounding the gameplay, a lot of negativity. Well, it's gotten so bad, Jay, that not only are people not really playing Suicide Squad kill the Justice League, but in fact, it's getting beaten right now by a 10-year-old game in that same universe, and that is Arkham Knight. Check out these headlines. Batman Arkham Knight overtakes Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on Steam. 9-year-old Batman Arkham Knight is beating Suicide Squad Steam's player count. This game's only been out for like 2 weeks. It's a brand new game. They put so much money into this thing. It's a lot. It's supposed to be, you know, updating constantly. It's supposed to have a healthy player base. It's the opposite. Right now they have 2,000 people, 2,100 people playing as of 36 minutes ago. Batman Arkham Knight, a 10-year-old game, currently has 3,300 people. 50% higher, 50% more people playing Arkham Knight right now than Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It doesn't get much worse than this from the PR point of view. When people are going back to that game, which isn't even like the most highly touted of all those games, by the way. Arkham Knight, some people had problems with the amount of time you have to play as or play with the Batmobile, using it as a tank, things like that. Nevertheless, it's outdrawing the game that you just spent $250 million on to put out, which is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
That's embarrassing. They should all be embarrassed and shamed. People are saying, I really want to play a good Batman video game. Let's just go back and play this instead. That should tell you a few things. People are hungry for like stories like that came out before the Arkham Knight series. Like it's like people want stuff like that. You don't have to rewrite anything, man. Like just put those games together, redo another one. Like it's crazy to me that they don't think this way, that they want to go against the grain, that they want to do. They think they're like being edgy, doing something different when actually they make something that sucks. And yeah, golly, people going back 10 years saying, I'd rather play this than your stupid game. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Now, obviously, it's the same studio, Rocksteady, and they have completely lost their way. People are going back to the old shit they made that was actually good instead of playing the new thing that they desperately need them to play to recoup some of that cost. This is going to go down as one of the biggest failures we've seen in a while. This is a bigger failure than Marvel's Avengers, which was pretty bad. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I think, is significantly worse from a PR perspective, from a player-based perspective, from everything than Marvel's Avengers was. And that was a total nightmare. So this game all over is just failing.
I just wonder how many people are discovering those games for the first time. They saw the hype and there's like people out there saying, man, if you want to play the real one, go back and play this. Trust me, it holds up today. And that would be interesting to know if like people are like, I just played it for the. How much does that game cost right now on Steam? It can't be that much. So
like $5 or something.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. Pretty wild. Yeah, it's embarrassment, man. They should be embarrassed.
So every about once a month I make a thumbnail that actually like makes me laugh. I got to show you the thumbnail I made for because of the Josh Brolin thing we talked about. I talked about that yesterday on my stream. It's so stupid. This is the thumbnail I made for it.
I want to have you. Did you release that?
Yeah, I put it out during like when we started the stream, right around there. It's just so stupid. Oh my god. Anyway, I got distracted because I saw it.
I always want to like when I go to these conventions, like in the green room, and you hear these celebrities talk. They talk about like people's online. Sometimes they talk about YouTubers and online criticism of like the movies or shows that they were in. I'm just waiting for the day when someone pulls up one of your video back there.
Look at this asshole.
Waiting for like Ron Perlman to be like, look at this guy right here. I want to choke. I want to, So I'm just waiting for it. I will do it. I will call you immediately. I was like, hey, would you like to talk to him on the phone?
I love that.
I would never do that to you, but I think that would be hilarious. I can't wait. So it's gonna happen. I know it is. It's only a matter of time. Josh will be at one of these conventions, and they'll be all talking in the back like they always do, and they'll talk about this.
He said, "I want to fuck him."
Yeah, that's what
I never said that.
These people know nothing about art.
Yeah, I was just saying he was an attractive man. Makes me wish I were younger. What is this? I want to fuck you.
Oh my gosh! Wait till the whole book gets released. Like who knows what? Maybe you need to rethink that.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
That's all I'm saying.
I came to laugh at you for 10. Jay should read through the book Shogun. It's an incredible read, and a 1970s miniseries starring Richard Chamberlain is amazingly well done and will probably still be better than this new version.
Is it really? I'll look into that. Right now I'm reading Rebels of the High Seas, which is a freaking awesome book about the war, the Revolutionary War, and how they brought back privateers to fight in that, and like how America tried to erase a lot of that from history because they wanted their reputation as America to be not like hiring pirates to help win the war against England. It's pretty good. I love it, man. That's one of my I'll probably put that out. Saying this a must read if you like this type of stuff. Yeah, Jay with a book review. I see the chat.
Jesus Davila gives some membership. Thank you. Brando the Jedi, I remember for 4 months. Have you seen the trailer for Monkey Man? If so, what did you think? Looks like Indian John Wick.
Yeah, I did see it.
Monkey Man I was not ready for the title reveal though. I'm like,
hey man, they're going back to one dude beats up everybody. That's the formula, man. That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone formula. Rambo, Commando, one guy shows up somewhere, kills everybody, saves the day. That's it. There's nothing else. Simple formula.
Yeah, like I saw him like, okay, like some Indian John Wick. Monkey Man. What? The weird title. The title caught me by surprise, but that's messed up, Jessica. That's not true. Tomak, member for 4 months. Well, Jay, if Shogun's about a Sengoku Jedi, it should have one black person in Yasuke and one white person, William Adams.
Well, I guess we'll have to see the show to find out.
Shadow Saiyan for 5. Mahler is a supercut of his playthrough of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League coming out today. Nice. Von Rum for 199. Huge no for Kenobi Season 2. No more space, Shaniqua. Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a second. Dio Brando for $4.99. Mahomes is a fig. Walks like one, talks like one, has a pencil mustache. His marriage is a sham. Looks like Sean King. I call Mahomes Talcum X. Hey. Sir Hat for 2. I want a second Shogun. It's a great book. Taker for 5. Oh no, there's Josh Brolin poetry about Chris Hemsworth somewhere, isn't there? Jay, what would Josh write about Chris?
Not touching that one.
Josh Brolin would. All right, we got to get into this, Jay. Not the way Josh Brolin wants to get into someone. Specifically, Timothy Chalamet.
I want to watch the views on that video. It's gonna be fun.
I don't think it's gonna do well, but I had to put it out, man.
You'd be surprised.
It might be one of those slow burners, you know.
You'd be surprised.
It might be one of those slow burning videos. We'll see what happens. But wanted to share this because Obi-Wan Kenobi was probably one of the worst things we've ever seen happen to Star Wars.
It's pretty bad.
People fell away from Star Wars at different points, at different times. For some people, Last Jedi was the last straw. But I think for a lot of people, Obi-Wan Kenobi was the last straw for them. You know, an era that hadn't been destroyed by Disney got completely and utterly gutted. The show was terrible. Nearly everything about it was bad. The character they introduced in Reva that had no reason to be there. All around, it was a complete and total disaster. So most people have, assumed there's not going to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, despite the fact that Ewan McGregor has actively been asking for one for over a year now. Well, Ewan McGregor kind of took it to a new level, actually. And this is actually at Orlando MegaCon. He was up on stage and he pled with fans. He was begging them to send mail, to send emails, to let Disney know that they're hungry for Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2. Star Wars lead Ewan McGregor makes desperate plea, asks fans to write to Disney for a second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Could you imagine, 5 years ago, the idea that Ewan McGregor, who plays one of the most popular and iconic characters in all of Star Wars history in Obi-Wan Kenobi, is sitting there actively begging to do a show, and that Lucasfilm would say no? 5 years ago, could you believe that would have happened?
No, not at all. I don't. The thing is I don't think he needs the money. Obviously, they don't pay that well over at Lucasfilm, and I want to share this real quick, just so people know that if you want to see Ewan McGregor at a Comic-Con, it's $250 for an autograph. If you bring your own poster or action figure, it's $300. They call that a premium item. And if you want to get a photo, it's $250. And his lines are like his lines are massive. There's a lot of money going in there just to meet Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I don't think it has anything to do with money, but you wonder if you wonder if Lucasfilm went to him like, I don't know if Kenobi 2 is in the works. See what the fans think, or maybe he was just saying that to get a cheap pop. Maybe the interview wasn't going that well and everyone looked kind of bored, and he's like, let me say something real quick to kind of get it.
It's not the first time he's talked about it, though. He's mentioned it multiple times that he wants to do a season 2, that Lucasfilm's really not interested. It was a nightmare. It was a disaster. And the thing is, if they do a season 2, they have to have Reva in it. You can't not have Reva in it. And the one thing that I find more interesting than anything else from this is that what a difference a year or two makes. Because it wasn't that long ago that Ewan McGregor was helping out Lucasfilm label people racist for not liking the show. Right? Ewan McGregor calls out racist trolls bullying Moses Ingram. You're no Star Wars fan in my mind. Right? When we see like 2 fucking DMs that may or may not be from actual people towards Moses Ingram. And all of Lucasfilm, all Star Wars Twitter account, all these people come out and essentially say, if you have a problem with the character of Reva, it's just because you're a racist. Ewan McGregor took part in that. And he was very...
Made that video. Oh.
Yeah, this video right here.
In the car, there it is.
That video in the car. So how strange is it that a year and a half removed from basically saying you're no Star Wars fan in my mind if you don't support everything that we're doing with this actress, with this character, to begging Star Wars fans to plead with Disney for a season 2. It's funny how that works.
Do you think Ewan McGregor writes poetry?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just thought I would wonder if you knew that.
Not sure if Ewan McGregor's a poetry guy or not.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
It's very odd, What if Hayden did that? Would it be weird? Hey, I'd love to be back in Star Wars, but it's what would they even write for Kenobi 2? It just introduce more characters. I don't even know how that would even work.
It just be him sitting in his hut jerking off with Qui-Gon talking.
Or he'd be like, I gotta go find Reva and finish her training. And then she gets sucked in the world between worlds and ends up in the Rey movie. I think that's what they should do.
Might as well.
I think that's what they should do. Just go for it, man.
Maybe you can finally get that theory about Rey Palpatine actually being Shmi Skywalker.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that'll actually be right, maybe.
There you go. I don't know, man. That's freaking weird. It's just weird. So
I just think you got, again, a couple years ago, one of the most iconic actors who plays an iconic character in Star Wars begging to do a show. No interest, because the first one was such a monumental fucking disaster that even Lucasfilm doesn't want anything to do with it. That's how bad it is if Lucasfilm won't make a show about it.
Star Wars is I don't know how much more it can be downgraded, but it's just constantly just getting it's I think that's below CW stuff at this point, which is weird because in the Bob Iger, when he talked about Star Wars, he didn't talk about the Rey film, correct? He talked about Mandalorian
and Grogu.
And then he said 2 movies were coming out in 2025, only just one, right?
No, in 2026, I believe, is when Mandalorian and Grogu is supposed to happen. But he talked about that because that was a new announcement in the quarter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He talked about that because that's the first time he talked about it. And then he did talk about Acolyte confirming releasing in 2024, which we now know is going to be in summer of 2024.
Yeah.
So
that's true. That's
I can't wait for that. That's my favorite one.
I might not even be around anymore at that. I think I could be just...
Think you're going to die?
Yeah, I'll be gone. I'll be doing something else. I'll just be sitting at home drinking coffee while y'all talking about the Rey film. I had a good run on YouTube. It's been fun. Can't complain.
It was okay. Gung-Ho Mac for 2. Ryan's Brolin video is a grower, not a shower. You're damn right, Gung-Ho Mac.
That's it.
Phenomenal for 199. How much bush does Kathleen Kennedy actually have? I've never thought about what Kathleen Kennedy's pubic hair is probably like. I think she shaves. The Clapper Cheeks for 5. Was Ewan McGregor the Star Wars actor in y'all's audience at MegaCon? No, he was not.
No, it was Ezra.
It was Ezra Bridger. Yeah, Jay spoiled it right there.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I saw the videos, man. He was like dazed and confused.
He's like, what's going on here?
Like, why are all these people? Who are these people? Like, what's going on over here?
Yeah, an actual full room.
I felt bad. Like, I don't feel bad for him, but it was like I saw his booth. He's doing what he can.
Ministry of Wrong Thing for 5. Roses are red, violets are blue. Josh Brolin puts the STD in stud. Now all he needs is you. Thank you.
Well done.
Lord Botha for 5. Maybe Ewan wouldn't have to beg if he didn't call us all racist. Apparently, we're no Star Wars fans of his.
Maybe.
Kevin Medina for 5. Disney would continue to beat off a dead horse with Kenobi Season 2. Just milking a dead franchise. I got beaten off horse. Is this a Vouch stream? What's going on here?
I have no comment on that.
Sir Hat says, I think she doesn't shave. I think she does. Lower Lips Liquor with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Lower Lips Liquor. And I think, why am I getting an RK Apples notification at 11:55? I don't know. Put it out before that. I'm glad you got a notification. Luca Biasco for 10. Can you guys rank Ahsoka versus Boba Fett versus Kenobi, each based on the following categories? Worst plot, worst fight arcs, worst main character arc, worst villain arc.
Oh, I could tell you the worst. For me, the worst out of all of it was Book of Boba Fett. The absolute worst out of all of it. Why? Because whatever goodwill they got at the end of Mandalorian Season 2 with Luke Skywalker, they freaking trashed it in Book of Boba Fett. They had Luke and Ahsoka show up. There was no buzz. There was no one freaking out like it was in Mando 2. People were like, wow, they really going to put Baby Yoda back with Mando? I thought he was going to go off to Luke and train and all that stuff. We're going to get all that stuff. There was 2 episodes in the Book of Boba Fett that didn't even feature Boba Fett because they didn't know what to do with that show. The fact that Baby Yoda comes back and like mind brains, a Rancor and all that stuff, so dumb. Cad Bane showing up just to stand there and talk, dumb. It was horrible, man. The only thing that came out of Book of Boba Fett was the spin move. Boba Fett set up everything. And then, of course, Kenobi is just I guess at that point, it's just like, why not just trash the whole thing? So that's for me. I thought Boba Fett was the worst out of all of it. I think it did more damage than people realize. I think they were like, we got to get this Baby Yoda back to Mando. So let's just make a series that makes no sense, of him just walking around. That's it. They go to the Rancor pit, right? No. They go to the Sarlacc pit. Sarlacc, who couldn't pull freaking Lando, but can pull an entire ship in. Makes perfect sense to me. I don't know, man. Like a bantha. One of the worst lines ever. Anyway. Yeah, bro. That's it.
Boba Fett's pretty fucking bad. I think Obi-Wan does more damage to Star Wars, like things that we care about.
As a whole, maybe, but yeah.
But those things are really tough because, like, Ahsoka has a lot of fight scenes. Many of them are really bad. Book of Boba Fett's fight scenes are horrific. I don't think there's not as many, I don't think. The Obi-Wan worst main character arc, Obi-Wan's entire character got destroyed.
Yeah.
But is that worse than Ahsoka's pointless fucking journey? Is it worse than what? I don't even know what Boba Fett's fucking arc was in Book of Boba Fett.
It was not. He walked around. He's like, I'm in charge now. And they're all like, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you walking? They had the freaking Power Rangers in Book of Boba Fett. What? It's so dumb. That freaking chase scene was the worst in I've ever seen ever. It was horrible when the Power Rangers were chasing that guy that had a giant human butt on his head. It was freaking god awful. I don't even know their names. I don't care.
I think it's tough to do chase scenes in the volume.
Awful.
I think that's what my new theory is, that it's really difficult to do those things in the volume like they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Because there's like no space.
Fight scenes, like Boba Fett gave us that guy like literally spun and shot like it was so bad. Anyway, sorry, that's it.
Donut theory for $5. DEI writing and hiring is the equivalent to letting the retarded kid score a TD in a high school football game. Hey, you've got to score somehow. Thoughts on King of the Planet of the Apes? I'm hesitantly looking forward to it.
I am too. I like the other ones. It's
I like them fine. Like, I'm not like I love those movies, but I like them fine.
This one's like 50 years past Caesar, right? Caesar's not in this one. So right. he's dead and gone, and like we're seeing where we're at.
Spoiler.
Yeah. No, I thought is that a spoiler?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But either way, we are done. Jay, the bottom of your cup must be a weird color because it's see-through right now. What do you got going on?
Today, we're back at the History of Pirates podcast. We're going to go through the movie Master and Commander at 7 p.m. Eastern over there. As you could tell, I spend more time on these other channels than my main. And then tonight, we're Geeks and Gamers is back with Mario Kart. I think at 10 again. So look for that on Geeks and Gamers Play. We're back playing Mario Kart. So podcast at 7. And then this week, I'm leaving to go to Vancouver. So if you're in Vancouver and you go to the Fan Expo, stop by and say hi. It's me and Gina over there. It should be interesting to see what will happen now that the lawsuit's out, and I wonder what people will say. And
a lot of people in Vancouver love you guys, I hear.
Yeah, should be something.
All right, I'm just gonna make videos and do my shit. So,
wait, aren't you on a show tonight?
Oh yeah, we should be doing Stargrift or whatever.
Aren't you on Star Wars Theories channel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it is Monday, so yeah, I should be. I'll make videos before that.
I might write some poetry.
Yeah, well, that means you're gay. That's it for us. We'll talk
Happy
to
Valentine's
you guys.
Day, Ryan.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Got a couple days, yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple days.
Got a couple days. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.